and we're asking you your opinions on the church's proposal the judiciary's proposal to have the church be involved in dispute resolution. They've said, you know what, the backlogs are, too big for us to get through. If we want justice and we want it fast, we have to engage others. And one of the proposals was to have the church join in. But what wamesema, we're not so sure about that. So we thought we'd just share with you some other alternative justice methods or dispute resolution examples. Of course, kuna pia centers that the Chief Justice talked about where they're already doing alternative justice and alternative dispute resolution. But tunaweza kuwa na mediator. If you and I have a problem, we could have a mediator who is a neutral third party, and they helping people get to a mutually beneficial resolution or a solution, but they don't impose the decision. So mediator atakwambia, I think it would be nice if you guys decided instead of ati akulipe yo kukuliba sio kona mahindi bags tatu.
Unapenda examples za Kiluya. I'm confused.
Sorry.
Shanga, your point is hitting home.
It's a bit close to home. Imekuja kwa kichwa.
Iko sawa. But it actually makes sense. Mediation is more of two parties, and then you come in and advise them.
Yes.
Arbitration is whereby the final decision, as soon as it's made, so anakuja kama mediator naambia hapa hivi kuna hii kesi mambo ni haya, but of course the arbitrator's word is final.
Yes. And it's legally binding as well.
Itaangaliwa na serikali na itachukuliwa as a serious thing. Negotiation pia ni mambo mzuri sana. Una negotiate tu. Mimi naona unasema hapa hivi ni kama ni kesi ishafanyika. Mambo ishaharibika. Ishafanyika. Unasema ndio mwenzako asiumie. Maybe I think that in this case that should have paid him maybe 1 million. Amesema they only have 900,000. See, you pardon them for this 100,000. Hapana, hiyo 100,000 will be very important for me and my family. And then you agree on that.
Yes. Kuna others like community-based dispute resolution, which is what we were talking about earlier, when either watu wanaenda kwa chief, wanaenda kwa elders, wanaenda kwa just someone who is respected in the community, like, hey, could you settle this for us? Which has been used since the beginning of time.
Collaborative law ni ingine ya mwisho yenye unapata you get a lawyer, we agree, but we are not going to take it to court. We are going to agree, but kando ya koti. But everyone has legal representation.
I think it's important to try out these methods. Of course, the Chief Justice is not lying akisema backlog ni kubwa, na si kila kitu lazima ikue kwa the courts, right? That's why they've even tried to form specialized courts like small claims court. For example, any dispute less of money that's less than 100,000 shillings, then you go into the small claims court. Hakuna haja kupeleka, that kind of dispute to a bigger court. There's also gender-based violence courts. Those are, of course, for special needs because you need special training to deal with some of these cases and their sensitivity. But sasa pia, let's also have these alternative resolution methods.
And I feel like with hastening these cases, I'm not throwing the church off completely. I'm just saying that they should be interrogated, and if maybe a church member or a church elder has such cases, should not also be allowed, because we also need to look at the integrity of the church, and just to make sure that they also are, because they are part of the community, they would definitely play a major role, especially when it comes to reconciliation. There's the aspect of God and the presence of the higher being that would actually bring about change within the community. So I'm not ruling out the church completely. I'm just saying that the church waangaliwe